Hey fam, it is day 297 of my 365-day adventure, and today I'm talking about what's crazy today. Like, literally, what is the crazy that we're gonna look back on and think, how did we do that? And the reason I'm thinking about it is because today's Loving Day, which I didn't even know what that was until today. And how cool is it that there was an interracial couple, and first of all, their last name is Loving. I mean, is that divine or what? That they were meant to make moves in love for this home that we have here on earth within our humanity, and, challenge the system and challenge the laws to create it so that people of mixed races or of different races can get married. And that's just a crazy thought that didn't exist. And we all know with history, there's been so much evolution, there's so many things. But at that time, people thought it was okay if only white marries white and black marries black. But today we're like, that's such a crazy thought that we even thought that way. And, it's a crazy thought that we enslaved people. And it's a crazy thought that, people who are gay can't get married. And there's so many thoughts that we're just like, what? What were people thinking? So, what I want to challenge people to think today is, what is going on in the world today that future generations will be like, what was wrong with those people? Because guess what, guys? That's going to happen. You want to know why? Because history repeats itself. So what is it that we are believing and holding on to so much that just has to be right, that in a couple generations, they'll be like, nah, that's not how it's going to work. And it's a great way to think because it challenges you to step outside of yourself and to think in another way and to really dig into what Mr. and Mrs. Loving were really fighting for, which is literally being a stand for love, coming from a place of love. And when we're doing that, we can give people all the freedoms. We can allow people to be authentically who they are without having to put our own opinions on it, and try to tell people how to live their lives. So it's just interesting. So what are the crazy thoughts that people are believing and thinking today that in the future, those future generations will think, those people were crazy? There's got to be a ton of them. We just got to be aware enough and step outside of ego to actually collapse time frames on that and make it so that maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, we're already stepping outside of these limiting beliefs. So check in with yourself, check in with the people around you, challenge the way people think. Why not? Ask questions that will get them to think in different ways. That's what opens people up. It's like Socrates. He would ask questions, and through asking questions, his students were able to gain answers rather than just telling them. Because in so many things that have been going on in the world, especially Black Lives Matter and all that, we can tell them all day, but until they discover for themselves, transformation tends to be a slow process. But the second they discover for themselves, in an instant, it's like a miracle. A shift in perspective and transformation is done. Not done, but that transformed. So cheers to that, guys. Check in with any beliefs that may be limiting you or the collective, and, rise above. Bye.